Hey, welcome back. So in this first phase, we're going to look at the dream life map. So it looks like this. Okay, and this is your space to have, it's a bit of a brain dump, an opportunity for you to really put down everything that you think that you could possibly want. And this is like without putting any judgment on it. Sometimes when I talk to people about creating dreams, we get this, oh, but you can't have that because because this, because that. We're just noticing those thoughts coming up, we're allowing them to be there and just saying, you know what, just for today I'm just going to go big on this. I have always been a big dreamer. I've always had big goals. I remember when I first started teaching fitness classes, like way back years, it must be like 15 years ago, and people would say, oh, so what do you want to do and where do you want to be? And you know, so many people just teach classes forever and ever, and that's absolutely fine. But for me, I was like, well, one day I want to have my own gym, my own studio. And I kind of thought that this would happen that like much later in life, that maybe when I was like 40 years old or something. And it so happened that because I'd had this idea, and at the time I wasn't doing it in a strategic goal setting process. This is something that I've come to develop over time, but I've always had dreams. And I remember writing it down that one time, and just I didn't have a strategic plan or anything. I just kind of put it out there. And I think that is a big part of this, is just putting out there and sometimes letting go of the process, but then just starting to take the actions and ask yourself, how can I speed up this process? How can I make it happen? And then, yeah, by the time I was 27, I had my own fitness studio, which I absolutely love, which was amazing. And it's actually when I got into doing mindset work on a much deeper level, although I absolutely loved my studio, I loved my clients, I loved my life, it was amazing. I lived in what was my dream house at the time, was a beautiful house that we'd renovated. And then we actually came out to France and we're like, what if we could go and live there? How awesome would that be? And without doing this mindset work, I don't think this would have ever happened. But now I'm out in France. We just finished phase one. This is our new house and a new apartment that we're living in, and we're going to renovate the rest of the house. I'm living in the mountains, immersed in nature, and like absolutely I'm living in my passion and absolutely everything that I love. And it's not about, oh, you know, I'm amazing. I just want to emphasize to you that when you start to allow yourself to dream, not just dream, but actually start taking actions on those dreams, then things really can come to life. And you know, this might not be what your dream life looks like, and that's okay, but whatever it looks like for you, we're going to start to get this down on paper. Now, when I work with my coaching guys on this, I actually walk them through a meditation, but you can just take your time with this, and I encourage you to close your eyes and get out of the head, because that is a big problem that people come up against. They're like, oh, I don't really know what I want. Take your time with this and just ask yourself the questions. If I was living like my ideal life, my absolute best life, what would I be doing on a daily basis? What work would you be doing? Where would you live in? What time would you get up out? How would you get up out of bed? How would you feel when you got up and out of bed? What kind of workouts would you be doing? What foods do you enjoy eating? And really start to step into everything and imagine it in every single detail, the feel, the smell, the touch, the people that you're spending time with. Just start to create a vision of what that looks like. And if you can slow yourself down, take a few long, deep breaths and just ask yourself, what does my best life look like? And then just start to notice what comes up for you in the mind. So it come up in words, in visions, and just start to take those ideas and put them down to paper. Now, many people have done vision boards, and you'll see a lot about vision boards, and it's a similar concept. For me, I'm not very arty-farty. I like to just write it down on paper. I like to create the vision in my mind and then put it into words. If you want to draw pictures, sketch things out, then that's absolutely awesome. Now, as I mentioned in the intro, this is not just about one area. So we look at the 4 core areas. So we have the body. So this is your fitness, your nutrition. How does your body feel? What does your ideal body look like? Does it feel strong? Does it feel healthy? Does it feel energized? Are you eating amazing health-giving foods, hydrating your body? And really get into the feel of what that and just encompass the whole field within your body. Write all of those things down. Are you doing fitness challenges, or are you reaching a PB? Are you running a marathon? Are you climbing up a mountain? Whatever those things are within the body, get them down into that quadrant on the paper. Then the self. So the self is all about you, your passions. What do you really care about in the world? What is your purpose? What do you stand for? What is important to you? How are you developing yourself? What are you learning? How are you connected with your spirituality? And when I talk about spirituality, I don't necessarily mean religion. This is separate from that. This is more about your connection with yourself. And I'm someone who, I was brought up Catholic. I'm not a practicing Catholic, but I do have a spiritual connection. And the more that I've done this work, the more that I'm going deeper and deeper into that. And it's quite fun and exciting. But think about what it means to be you, who you are, your stress levels, your energy levels. You're then going to go into relationships. And relationships are, of course, they're key. The people around us matter. So you're going to talk about your communication with them, your balance. So balancing between your family and the people that you love in relation to everything else in your life. If you're an entrepreneur like me, it's so easy to get overconsumed. I could spend all day, every day doing my work because I freaking love it. But I have to be able to balance that out with other things in my life. How much adventure are you having with the people that you love? How much connection? How much love, like real deep love and meaning within your relationships? And then the final one, of course, is your career. So looking again, are you following your passions within your career? How are your finances? How is your time management? How are your stress levels? How is your working relationships? How good is your productivity and procrastination? So all of these areas, like looking in, and if you were to imagine them at their best possible level, start to write those things down. So waking up in the morning and being super productive, getting the things done on your checklist so that you can go out for the day and enjoy your life, going into work and enjoying being there and making a difference to people's lives. Write all the things down. How much are you earning? All of these things are great to create your best and ideal dream. And remember, it doesn't have to be small. In fact, I encourage you to think big. I encourage you to think huge. If I'd have never had that huge, beyond anything dream, then none of the things that I'm experiencing right now would have been possible. And take away the judgment from it. It's not about anybody else either. You're allowed to want what you want. And, we get into the space of like feeling greedy about things. But often when you serve yourself and give to yourself the absolute best that you can, you're able to give more, so much more to everybody else in your life. So take your time with this. I'd actually encourage you to write in pencil because, some things you might want to scrub out and change, and this evolves, and you can do this as often as you want. And often if there's times when I'm feeling stuck or blocked with anything, then I can come back to this work and it'll just get me super inspired and be like, yes, that is why I'm doing what I'm doing. Off I go and set on my intention for the day. So get excited. I'd love nothing more than seeing your dream life maps. So if you're doing them, creating them, tag me on Instagram, tag me on Facebook. I want to see them. Send me them in your emails, and that is putting it out into the universe and sharing it out with other people and holding yourself accountable to moving towards and closer towards the things that are important that you want more of in your life. I really hope that you enjoy this process. It's meant to be fun. It's meant to feel exciting. I want you to get out of your head and move into the things that touch your heart. And it just becomes more and more exciting when you're like, yes, that is the thing that I want for my life because I feel it here. I feel it in my heart. So go and do this. Take your time. If you want to do it over a week, you can add new things to it. You can take things away from it. Nothing's set in stone. The point is that we are creating a vision for what is possible for us in our absolute best life. So go have fun with it.